Hello. Oh, MG, you thought I wasn't gonna come through? You thought I wasn't gonna come through, but I'm here. Whew. Let me tell you something. Being first and foremost, my name is Miladies, your spirit shifter here, guiding you on your journey towards self-awareness. This channel is yours. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. This channel is about taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. I'm drinking my smoothie. Figuring out how to navigate your day, navigate your time with astrology and tarot, meditation, affirmations, and a bunch of good stuff. Check the channel out. We have videos like what's happening in 2024 for all Mercury um, retrogrades. We also have videos on abundance, challenges, all that good stuff. Okay, so Capricorn season has been fucking me up. Why? Because I'm a Capricorn rising. And being a Capricorn rising means that when the season appears, that energy amplifies for me. Nonetheless, anything that's happening to Capricorn is happening to me. So when we talk about how Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008, that's exactly the transitions that I've been going through since 2008, especially when it comes to my career. If you can see from 2008 until now where Pluto was at, you can see the themes in your life and how that has shifted. And that is also going to be assisting you when Pluto moves into Aquarius until 2020, 2034, pardon me, 2034, 2044. They're always messing around with those 10 years. So, as we get closer to there, we'll talk about that. We're in 2023 right now, right? 2024. Jeez Louise. Give me a few. It's only the 14th. All right. So with me, I definitely made a transition from wanting to be a school teacher or a social worker, transitioning to being a tutor, working with the elderly population, going into health and fitness, then doing health and fitness for all populations, moving into deeper into the spiritual realm, and then getting deeper into that. So Pluto has really took me into a transition when it comes to my career and how I show up to the collectives. So today in this video, we're going to do a couple of things, but the main thing is talk about astrology and tarot. So I will be pulling out cards, one for what to look out for during Aquarius season, and then the other one is going to be what to expect, all right, for all 12 zodiacs. And I'll be taking you through a bit of the astrology that's going to be happening during Aquarius season, so that way you can get a gist. We'll go deeper in February, and then next Sunday, what we're going to be talking about is Pluto going into Aquarius. It's going to be the day after, and so that's going to allow us to let the energy sink in for a bit, which is going to be one day, and then we'll sit down and talk about it. That is a video on its own. So that talks about us going into the history of when Pluto was in Aquarius last and how that era affected us. It's also going to talk about how we may perceive how that energy is going to show up. Nonetheless, we are the creators of how this energy is going to show up. So if you ever felt like you might have been part of history, this is it. They're going to be reading about us. They're going to be reading about us in history books. You ever thought about that? Shit is deep. They always express that we don't know how special we are as human beings, how it takes so many I was gonna say we're gonna get into science right now because I was gonna say how there's so many little ones fighting to get to that one egg, and then for us to be the ones to be birthed on this planet to do something, to shift something. Our energies are on this planet, allowing us to release whatever we are embracing, being creative in. And this is where this Pluto and Aquarius energy is really going to be huge. Now, Aquarius season provides us with this energy every year or anytime Aquarius is anywhere. And so we'll talk about what transit means because I really would like for you guys to know how to use this energy and why when you look at your chart and you look for Aquarius, you look for Uranus, or you look in your 11th house, you can see how this energy is going to be moving for you. All right. So we'll talk about the transit because I got my notes. Yeah, no, I got my notes. We'll talk about the transit. We'll talk about the sun and what that means in your chart when it comes to Aquarius. We'll also talk about what's happening during Aquarius season. So that way you know where Mars, Mercury, Venus, how that's going to be transitioning. And then I'll be pulling out some cards. So let's get to it. Oh, let's not forget that we have the astrology group happening. And so this month we're going to be talking about career for each zodiac sign, some insights on where you can begin your career, shift your career. Because when we have this Pluto and Aquarius coming in, a lot of us are going to be shifting. Even with Saturn and Pisces right now, a lot of us are shifting the way we're showing up. What is our purpose? Some of us are highly confused about what we should be doing for ourselves, right? We have some of us have enough talent to take us places, but maybe fearful or not know where to direct these energies, how to make them blossom. For those of some of us are going to be recreating careers, recreating what it looks like to be working. What does that mean, right? There's going to be a lot of community energy happening. So redefining what career means to you, redefining how to use your traits and talents. We're going to be talking about that in the webinar this month when it comes to the astrology group, especially when you look at where your Saturn, your Mercury, and where your Sun is at. That's where the insight is going to be. So I just gave you a little hint. Say you don't join the group, at least you know when you look at your Saturn, your Mercury, and your Sun, you'll be able to identify more or less where your interest in career or where you can be fruitful. All right. So we still have the Mercury reports happening. So for those of you who are interested, for me to send you a video on where all the Mercury retrogrades is going to be at for you so that you can know how to navigate the energy. Get it down below. Transit charts are happening as well, natal charts as well. And then hey, Rich Rising. And then we have the 3-month tarot video if anybody's interested in that. Not forgetting that I do tarot now, you know. And then I have an in-person astrology course in Brooklyn if you're interested. All right. So let's get to what transit means and how. Now, this definition of transit is going to be a way for you to look at your natal chart differently. More than likely, you've always heard me speak about the natal chart, but then I'm always saying what's happening now, what's happening now. That's exactly what a transit is. Meanwhile, when you were born, there was a picture. Pop! That's you right there. Time, everything, specifically you. It doesn't matter if somebody was born a minute later. This is you. Okay? So when you look at you and then you look at the transit, you're looking at how the planets are moving around you and how you can navigate that. So I always share that when you look at the planets, look at the houses as rooms, right? The first room, second room, third room, fourth room, fifth room. And then you'll know, oh, in room number 2, the sun is there. How is the sun illuminating that area? So this is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about how Aquarius is transiting in your natal chart and where it might be illuminating. That's going to be up to you to tell me in the chat where is the sun transiting in your chart. And you can look at that on astro.com. You can look at it on astroseek.com. There's a lot of apps that direct you and share that. Or, you can get your transit report with me. But so when you look at this, what the sun is the illuminator. The sun is where you want to shine, right? Where you want to be seen is your willpower, is your heart center. And you want to say it's like your purpose. So every time the sun moves each astrological sign, you're illuminating that side of you, that purpose of you. This is why I share that astrology is not just your sun sign. You look at all other aspects. I'll tell you, I'm drinking my smoothie. Hold on. It's not like I've been in full alignment, and then I'll share that. But today we have smoothies, all right? So when you think about where the sun is going to be, you then can identify where Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. And that's the house that's going to be transforming for you for the next 20, 30, 40 years. All right? Now I'm beasting, right? The next 20 years. All right. So when you think about the sun and where it's at, think about where you want to be appreciated, where you want to be recognized for, and show up in that area for yourself. So when we talk about Aquarius, who is Aquarius? What is Aquarius? We're connecting 3 things, because some of you guys may say, oh, I don't have Aquarius energy. That could be true. But if you have something in your 11th house, that's Aquarius energy. Wherever Uranus is in your chart, that's Aquarius energy. You see what I mean? So this is why astrology gets so juicy, because we can look at it from a perspective of just being Aquarius, and that's that energy, or you can look at where your Uranus is at. And I'll share again in this video how to use that energy, because wherever Uranus is at, that's your genius energy. So for many of us who may feel like we're not geniuses or we're not creative, you're lying, because we all have Uranus somewhere in our chart. Now, is it an energy that we can grasp so easily? It depends where it's at in your chart. But nonetheless, Uranus is that outer planet. So if you're willing to be rebellious, if you're willing to free yourself, Uranus is the energy that puts you in the spot. I guess Uranus wanted me to talk about it first. So I thought I was going to talk about Aquarius, but no, I got it. So when you think about Uranus, you think about things that shock you, things that when you say stuff and it comes out your mouth, you be like, oh shit, how the hell, what? I didn't even know I was going to do that. I didn't even know I had the strength to do that. Is the area in your life where you feel like you want to break free, and where you do break free, and where you're meant to be innovative, where you're meant to rebel, right? Guess where the Uranus is at in my 12th house. That means when it comes to the subconscious mind, and I was telling people this, but now I can talk about it. I come in to be unconventional when it comes to the way we think, when it comes to the way we approach things, right? I come in and I shift the subconscious mind with a different way of us approaching ourselves and people around us and the energies. So anyways, so see where Uranus is at in your chart. And you're going to see how during this time in February, from January 20th to February 18th, that area in your life is going to enlighten you. That area of your life is going to spark your interest. That's what it's going to be doing. And again, I'm sharing it this deep because you may think that you don't have this energy, and you do. Sometimes people get sad when they feel like they're not receiving from that energy. So even if you may not have any Aquarius energy in your chart, the 11th house says something and Uranus says something, even if you don't have anything in your 11th house. All right. So when we, again, Uranus talks about where we also break free. That energy within you that just says, nah, I'm not with it. That's the where you're debating. That's where you're even ready to go to City Hall and protest. All right. And this is where you this passion that you feel like you have to fight for. And this is where that do or die energy comes in, where I'm gonna do this regardless of what happens. I can see that. You know, when you apply that in your life and you feel like the area of your life where you're rebellious, like I don't mind ruffling some feathers when it comes to the subconscious mind. I get a lot of backlash, but you know what? I think my energy likes that. Because they be like, come on. Because I'm not really ready to fight. Because, I mean, it's your thoughts anyways, but I'm helping you with your thoughts. All right. So, in the body, Uranus rules our legs, and that's our calves and our legs. All right. So, and then our nervous system, because it's the co-ruler of Mercury. So, really, around this time, when it comes to that area of your body, see if you can have some strength and energy to work it out during this Aquarius season. But for the most part, when it comes to January 20th to February 18th, allow yourself to dive deep into that energy. This is the energy where you're going to be thriving in. And it just so happens for me that every time Aquarius season comes, I get a new, I'm literally every time new ways to manifest, new ways. Like I have a plethora of ways to manifest and bring things into fruition. And so that's why I'm going to be sharing. I've been doing this for the last 3 years. I'm going to be sharing how I use Código Sagrado, sacred numbers, to quantum leap and to shift our reality when it comes to money, to our health, to working out and everything. I'm gonna share it. So just you know what I mean? Like, so think about what new ways you transform your life when it comes to Aquarius season. All right, Aquarius. A lot of people want to talk shit about Aquarius, but Aquarius season be the time where we really, our emotions are not playing a huge part on our decisions. We're being more in our logic state because Aquarius is a fixed sign, is a masculine sign, is a do sign. So we will be more or less doing more during this time, but also take into consideration that you do need some time to let the ideas sink in and see how you're going to be planning stuff. So this is when, hello, yes, my Aquarian queen. This video is for you. This goes out to you. And Aquarius, they create their own rules, right? They're here to fight. Like they could be at work. This is the reason why they're at work, right? And they be so standoffish and they really don't want to be around you because at the end of the day, they're not really trying to follow your rules. Like I'm here to work, I'm here to do what I gotta do. This is one of the reasons why I feel like some of y'all Aquarius need to be your motherfucking boss. Right? But it's just like, oh, I don't like people. Well, you know what? Change this around. Pluto is going into your sign and is going to shake shit the fuck up. So you're not going to be the same. All right? Just know that. Because Pluto will dismantle. Allow yourself to take this season to look at community differently, to look at how you're going to be showing up. And this is for everyone in Aquarius season. Look how you're going to be showing up in your community. How you're going to be sharing your gifts. Even if that does mean that you have conversations and you show up, volunteer. I'm hearing at a domestic violence shelter. I don't know who that needs to go to. A domestic violence shelter, and you show up and you share your story, whoever you are, or anyone who has who's willing to share a story to change a life. It can be as simple as that. You don't have to go and create products, be your own boss, or any of those things. You understand? But this is the time where we are going to be looking deeper into community. What does that look like? Do you want to be in an all women's group? Do you want to be in an all man's group? Do you want to go and fucking plant. What the fuck do you want to do? Go to that community. And don't be scared. Nobody should be scared at this current time to follow their hearts on where the community is. Even if it doesn't look like that's where you belong. Because what the Aquarius energy is unique groups, right? Some of you might be hanging out with people with a different race. You might be going with the shamans. You might be going with the white people. You might be going with the Indian people. Like, who knows what you're going to be doing, but allow yourself to explore during that time and see where your soul is taking you, because this is also going to be sharing how you're going to be evolving. And I know that it may not look like what you was doing last year. This is why it's important to know what your true desires are, what your true purpose is, what you have been manifesting, what have you been saying in your subconscious mind that you want to do. Pluto just left my moon and now entering my sun. I survived once, I'll survive again. Let's go. Pluto was in my rising. Listen, I got beat up. That's why I couldn't even show up on Thursday. It was a wrap. Like, I even shifted y'all can see, right? I shifted things, and I don't even know if I like it. I don't even know if I like it, to be honest with you. And I'm just sitting here and looking at everything. Somebody's going to come and help me tomorrow because I need help. So this is what this energy is about. It's about shifting, not knowing why you shift things, but also allowing yourself, right, for community to receive assistance so that you can be the best version of yourself. So, again, look at where Aquarius is at in your chart and see how that's going to change for you. Because a lot of times we may want to use the energy for this, and the energy is really saying, do this. And this is where the conflict can be for you, where you may feel as if this is what you're supposed to be doing, but the energy is like, no, it's here. For example, Aquarius is in my second house. Had I really, really been paying attention, I would have been, diving deeper into astrology a long time ago. But this is what Aquarius also provides. If you're someone who is into astrology and are an Aquarius, you can make this your career, because you're definitely connected to the energies to be able to receive different ways on how to share this energy. And guess what? You don't have to be in front of people. You can do it online too. All right. So, and this doesn't mean, and I had a conversation yesterday with someone or a couple of people that enjoy their current position at their job. So no, this is not for you to leave your job. First of all, if you've been working there for more than 10 to 20 years, don't leave that pension. Do what you want to do. But what I'm saying is that you already have put energy into that. Allow this energy to be the catalyst to take you to the next energy, right? I share all the time that I personally did not leave my job immediately and was doing things a lo local. I was doing side hustles at a lo local, meaning I was doing side hustles freely, not really caring if I failed or if I succeeded. That's how I was doing my side hustles. But I still had my foundation. I still have what was paying my bills. I still solidified my ego that we're okay, not being in survival mode, but more in thriving mode. Allow yourself to be in that and still give yourself the ability to explore what it would be like to tap into something, what it would be like to write a book, what it would be like to do a speech. I don't know. Some of y'all got some interesting ways you want to share yourself that you haven't shared with me. So I can't really, say it because I can't see it right now. But you got it. You know how you want to show up, how you want to pour your energy out. All right. Now, when this energy does come in, it can be a quick, fast energy. It could be a bit disruptive again, because Uranus is surprise. I'm kicking the shit down and we starting something new. Yay! And then, I'm serious. Like, if you ever, like, Uranus be like, okay, you've been living here for this long, shifting, now we moving over here. So it can be something, if you're not ready for it, it can cause a huge disruption. It did for me. All right. So, if you haven't heard from the beginning of the video, I spoke about what Uranus energy is about, what Aquarius energy is about, and then we're going to talk about what the 11th house energy is about. And the reason why I share that, when you look in your chart, you look at these areas to know how this energy is going to be working for you. Aquarius energy, where is it at in your chart? The 11th house, what is it holding? And where is Uranus at? And these are the three areas that's going to tell you how to utilize this energy. Yes, and y'all wonder why I don't watch TV? Because I got a lot of things to motherfucking do. All right, the 11th house. If you don't have anything in your 11th house, it doesn't mean that, oh my God, I'm not here to be part of the collective. No, that what that means is that you actually know more than enough on how to manage groups, but this is not specifically what you came for. So what that means is maybe you came to join a group rather than to run a group. What does that look like? I know for some of us who have energy in the 11th house, we're here to show up and do something within a group. For those of us who don't, it's for us to float around and see what it's like. So Aquarius season might be for you to go again, see what the shamans are doing, or going to a moon circle, or right, because Aquarius doesn't do like basic shit. Aquarius is not going to go to the movies. What? For what? I mean, they like the movies, but are they going to go to the movies? Yeah, probably they are, but it's like, let's do something different. They need something different to do. They don't do your basic activities. Aquarius in the 7th, Pluto in the 4th. Woo! Relationship and home. Cha-cha. Relationship and home. Oh. I have Pluto in Libra in my 8th house. Okay. And the occult is my jam, but I have to push myself to share the word. Yes. Oh, yes. Literally right there, Pluto and Libra, that ass means coming up to the collectives and bringing a balance on what occultism is. And you have a lot. Now, that's what you guys have when you were born. Now, when you look at the transit, I want you to see where is it actually located and how it's affecting you today. All right. We're going to do homework together. So the 11th house is how you're a team player and how you share your energy with others and how others share their energy with you. Ladies, I'm trying to get comfortable with that house. All right, this is where you'll also be able to find like-minded community, your kindred spirits, your soul family. This is when you be like, oh my God, I feel like I met you in another lifetime. Yeah, some of y'all, you know why? Some of y'all feel like I met me sometime in another lifetime, because the reality is I owe the collective, like, I might have did y'all wrong in another lifetime, so I came back and, I have to do the work. I'm here. I don't have time to play. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, because y'all know I do a lot of astrology, but I got Pluto in my Saturn. I have Saturn in my 11th house. Lessons for the collectives. All right. So this is how you know what you did in your lifetime, if you know you fucked up and shit like that. All right. Then you also have the way you share your ideas and your innovations with other groups as well. So again, if you're someone who is into tarot and know how to read tarot, you can share with the collectives how to do that. If you're someone who is that Aquarius, y'all into a lot of things that the collectives is now going to step into. So this is your time to shine. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, even if you into like telepathic, meditation, like this is where many of us are going to be heading. And Aquarius, this is the time for you guys to shine. I'm just saying. All right. This also talks about how you have been allowing yourself to receive? How are you allowing yourself to intake what is around you? Are you surrounding yourself with, again, a like-minded community that's going to push you into the next level of where you desire to be? So whatever is transiting for you during January 20th to February 18th, see what that is like. Journal. We're going to get into where the planet's going to be at during this time so that you can jot this down and you can know. You know how when you're feeling moody one minute and the next minute you're feeling another way? That's also the energy is changing from 1 minute to the next, from one element to the next, right? From one fire to water. And then you're wondering why you aggressive and then you emotional. So I'm going to be sharing, not in depth. In depth, we go in the astrology group, but I'm just going to be sharing more or less what's happening. So, prime example, Mercury had entered Capricorn December 1st, and then it did its retrograde and it went back and forth. And now, once again, it just left Sagittarius and it went back January 13th, and it's going to be there till February 4th. Okay, that's roughly about 3 weeks that is going to be in there. And it's going to really put us in a space of grounding those intentions that we did for the new moon and allowing ourselves to really take the steps, be diligent, and taking yourself serious. This is where Mercury is like, I'm gonna take myself serious. I'm not gonna be playing around. And if there's, again, serious decluttering your subconscious mind, shifting, asking for help. This is where if you allow yourself, you can be serious and say, this is what I'm going to be doing. Mercury is the way we think, the way we're going to be communicating. So, this is where we also watch our words, because our words are power, and Capricorn is bringing things into reality. And then is what we think we're going to bring into reality. Just like when it's in Taurus, when Mercury's in Taurus, when Mercury's in Virgo. What we think is going to come into reality. Whereas when Mercury's in Aries is what we think we're going to inspire. All right. So then from there, we have Mars that is still in Capricorn, and it's going to be there until February 13th. So that energy talks about us really taking that new moon energy, taking the way we think and we communicate about what we talked about in our intentions, and placing them into actions. And I'm going to leave it at that, so I won't be really, putting too much. But think about how much energy is in Capricorn, because wait, there's more. On the 23rd, Venus is going to go. On the 23rd, Venus is going to go into Capricorn as well, January 23rd, and it's going to be there until February 14th. So don't be surprised if Valentine's Day is not like, spectacular and shit like that. I'm not trying to say Capricorns are not spectacular. I'm just saying that it's going to be a reality check during that time. We do have the full moon, January 25th. That's going to be in Leo. And we have the new moon in Aquarius. That's going to be February 9th. Keep that all in mind. All right. This is what's going to be happening during Aquarius season. We still have Jupiter in Taurus, but it's direct. So remember that I said that Taurus is reality. You having Jupiter is expanding our reality when it comes to our self-worth, when it comes to our money. So that's happening, right? Then you have Mercury in Capricorn. So you're thinking, you bring it into reality, and then Jupiter in Taurus is like, let's get it. You feel you worthy? Come on, let's go. So all of that is still happening. All right. And then Jupiter is going to be in Taurus until May 25th of this year. I have a video on that already. You guys can go and cop that because I had that since last year. On February 5th to February 23rd, Mercury is then going to go into Aquarius. And you guys can get the notion now and the theme. A lot of times you have this personal planets that end up being somewhat of a stellium in one zodiac sign. And what it does, it begins to empower that one zodiac sign. This is why a lot of times when our birthday comes around, we be feeling so overwhelmed, especially as we get older. Because when we're younger, we like, oh, our birthday. As soon as you hit that Saturn return, you like, my birthday. And then you ask people what you did for your birthday. Oh, it's another day. I didn't really do anything. Because the energies be hitting us. Like before your Saturn return, you was the shit. I was the shit. Everybody was the shit. Why? Because we did whatever the fuck we wanted to do. We really didn't pay attention to the energies. Like we knew we were powerful. We knew we could manifest. We knew we could do all these things, but we really didn't pay attention. So when that Saturn return comes back, and it's like, oh, Jewish partying. So let's go. Here's the lesson. Bang, bang. And then we start decluttering, going back and doing all these things. I share all of that to say that as your birthday comes along, you now begin to feel the energies coming in and they hit you hard because you have all of these planets directing it towards you, moving you, changing the way you think, diving deep into your self-worth, what your money looks like. This is why I share to go deep and go hard during that time so that you can know how to manage what your desires are rather than to attack all 12 desires. Here's one area to maximize on because you have so much energy coming from forces that we cannot even see to help us out. Prime example, I'm going to be doing the astrology course during the Aquarius season. And the last time I did it during Aquarius season, it was successful. So why not do it again? Why am I going to do it during another time when that was proven to be successful? Don't cut yourself short. You have all the tools. Don't cut yourself short. What am I missing? Okay. Hello. Hello. All right. So I'm taking y'all, even though y'all heard me say February 23rd, I'm still taking y'all into that energy because of when the things start, when the planets are moving and when they're starting. Of course, we have the big Pluto in Aquarius. I'm not going to be sharing that in this video because it would be a dishonor to talk about Pluto in this video. Pluto needs its own. All right, because Pluto is the shit. I know people are scared of Pluto, on the planet. Oh my God, it's gonna come. It's gonna death and rebirth. No, fuck that. We need death and rebirth. We need death and rebirth because sometimes we don't know when to end things. And what I mean by that is dead to the old you, rebirth to the new you. Death to the old job, rebirth to the new job. Death to the relationship, rebirth to new relationships. Y'all see how I love death. I've been able to dive deep into what death is, and I'm here to shift it, right? So I'm not going to be a death doula as of yet, but because of what I've been through and the experiences that I have, I'm here to shed some light on death and how to utilize that for ourselves and how to cope with that, right? How to move it within us to empower us to show up. Y'all see me here, and some of y'all personally know what I be going through. So at the end of the day, transforming and transmuting those darker energies, which is what Pluto brings to us, and bringing them into the light is one way to transform it. Is it easy? Hell the fuck nah. Does it mean you're gonna have some tears happening? Probably. But will there be results and rewards? Oh yeah. All right. So that's pretty much everything that's happening. Oh, we have Venus in Sagittarius. It's been there since December 29th and it's going to be there until January 21st. And then once January 21st comes in, we'll talk about Venus going into Capricorn. But for the most part, you guys can see where this energy is going to be at. I'm here to shed some light on some things, and you guys come back to me and tell me what's up. But for the most part, for those of you who just joined, we talked about what a transit is. Transit is Pluto, so the sun, how it shows up in your chart, Aquarius, what Uranus is, what the 11th house is, how to utilize this energy. And now we're going to go into the tarot. And again, the astrology group, we're going to go deeper into, all right, if it's not through an article, it's going to be through a podcast on how these energies are going to be affecting us on the weekly basis, as well as how to use that Mars energy, that Mercury's energy. I was looking at it, and I'm an Aries, right? Aries sun. I have a lot of Aries placement. And I was a little bit, right? This is my ego. Watch me now. Is my ego. I'm like, damn, the planets don't be lasting a long time in our energy, right? It just be passing through. So Mars is going to, is it Mars? Not Mars. Mercury is going to be in Capricorn. It's been in Capricorn all this time, right? Having mad fun, right? And then now it's gonna be there again until February, and then when it goes into like Aries, I've seen later on, it's gonna be for like 3 weeks. I was like, damn, we only get 3 weeks, and a lot of the planets just be giving us like 3 weeks, except for Mars. Mars be like, let's party. All right, so again, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys what to look out for Aquarius season, and what to expect and use to your energy. One card for each zodiac sign. And for anyone who feels called to, if when you look for your sign, timestamp it, because your girl don't be having time for that. Oh yeah, and if you're interested, these cards that I made for you, and I'm gonna make some affirmation cards when it comes to abundance, so look out for that. But I created this 2 years ago in 2021. I was really active in 2021. I created a whole bunch of stuff that I barely put out, but these are affirmation cards for your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, and your physical, where you can utilize these cards to help you and ask your subconscious mind questions so that you can be able to see them come into fruition. We normally express that when we ask our brain a question, it provides us with the answer. Y'all want me to go to the negative one? Sometimes we be like, why am I so fat? Why am I so tired? Why can I not fall in love? Why is God against me? Why is the world against me? Why I don't have community? Does that feel good? So we go with this. Why do I have more than enough abundance to give away? Ooh, wait. All right. Why is it so easy to rest when my body is calling for it? This is letting your brain know, like, we need to sleep. All right. Why am I surrounded by a supportive group of friends? Y'all can write this down. Why is it so easy for peace to enter into my life? So I have those cards, and I've been had those cards for you guys. You guys can get those in the link below as well. So let's get to it. What's our time? 44. All right. Dear angels and archangels, thank you so much for being here, for protecting and for guiding us. For the collective. Y'all see all that dust? Should have been flying. Looking like it's snowing in here. All right. So we have Aries. I'm going to pull it all out. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, how you got a card? Mind your business. Gemini, you got a card with 2 people on it. It will be your card. Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Leo. Leo, why you not speaking up? Virgo. Ooh. Virgo, you got the 7 of Cups. Stop playing with yourself. Libra. The 9 of Cups. Scorpio. The 8 of Swords. I gotta quiet my mind. Everything's like. Hold on, let me smell something. I need to smell something. I be moving too fast sometimes. All right. Woo. Libra, Scorpio, the King of Swords. Sagittarius, the King of Wands. Capricorn, Queen of Cups. Let me shuffle for you, Aquarius. The Queen of Wands. Okay, some all y'all out here wilding. Let's go. Everybody wilding. Scorpio, I don't know what's going on with you though. And then Pisces. No, I didn't forget about you. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to channel these energies, y'all. Oh, the Magician. All right. And for everybody, we have the Fool. So can we see that? Oh. Hold on, y'all. I guess I have to be back here. We have the Fool. So here, but the girl's transparent with this. So what that means is that we're all ready. We're not coming. We're doing our best not to come with any baggages during Aquarius season. We're coming in with a fresh mind, a fresh heart, a fresh everything, right? Transparency, like even invisibles. Like some of us don't even want to, sounds like an Aquarius season. Some of us don't even want to be seen during Aquarius season. And that's totally fine. Allow yourself to be grounded. As you can see that we can still see her feet, right? Oh, there we go. You see that? Y'all see how everything is transparent? But under there, she's under there. So this talks about everyone as the collective, us being in the space of knowing that we're, my ladies, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not over here right now. I was looking at my fingernails. I'm like, girl. Ground yourself. Ground yourself. For those of you who were thinking about also getting a pet, I mean, this might be a good time for you to get a pet. Many of us might feel lonely during this season as well, because we're going to be in our thoughts. As you can see, the clouds. Lou doesn't know I'll be wilding. Y'all can see the clouds. Listen, I don't know what the fuck. Let me see if y'all can see it. Like, boom. There you go. There goes the clouds. And some of y'all might even, again, be taking this time to move in silence, and there's nothing blocking us. As you can see, the sky is there. Not even our thoughts is blocking us, because if it was blocking us, it would be up here. So the messages that we get here know that it's for us to begin that stage. See those steps? Take the baby steps towards where you need to be. And that's for all of us, okay? You was thinking about adopting a cat? Do it. Do it. Do it. I personally am not a cat lady, but I really am a dog person. I mean, y'all know I'm a dog person, right? But for the most part, this is pets assist us to live at least 10 years more. And I'm gonna even say that for myself. because my pets brought an enormous amount of happiness into my life in a splurge of like 10 years. And I didn't know what that was until they're no longer here. So pets do put us in a space of, if you're a person who, suffers from depression or someone who has anxiety, pets ground us. Dogs ground the hell out of us. Now, I know it was the reason why I had dogs, because my ass was not motherfucking grounded. Your girl was not grounded at all. And then dogs came around and grounded my ass real quick. Some Mother Earth, I'm here. All right, so during Aquarius season, I don't care if it's fucking cold, take fucking walks, bundle up, go walk by the water, solidify these things for you. Things that we have never done before, do it now to bring what your desires are into fruition. Do it. All right, so that's for the collective. So as I pull out and I share your what to expect, I'm also going to pull out what to look out for. So Aries, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. This during Aquarius season, a lot is going to be showing up for you. There's a lot of inspiration. Fire is spirit. So I would say definitely connect to your spiritual team to make decisions as you move along during this Aquarius season, which is January 20th to February 18th. Allow yourself to get inspired by other people. This also talks about you breaking through. Heck, this even talks about you, Aries, sun, moon, and rising, to look deep into what you want to burn away. What do you want to release from the inside out? What do you want to purge? This talks also about purging. But this also talks about not you doing it alone. Can you see that there's assistance? And I myself can say that I have a coach to assist me with when it comes to my emotional area of life and things like that. So don't be afraid to go out and seek assistance during Aquarius season, even if it is for that short period of time. It's really going to be something that's going to ignite you and push you forward. So does that mean that you show up a lot, especially if you're someone who shows up for the collective? Not really. That does talk about you harnessing that energy for right now. Show up when you can, but if you're feeling tired, or if you're shifting through some emotional stuff during Aquarius season, Aries, allow yourself to rest. Yes. See, you got the 8. Traveling into your thoughts. So this is one of the reasons why it's best for you to sit back. Traveling through your thoughts, really figuring out how you're going to get to where you want to get. What does that look like for you? So Aquarius season is going to be a lot of clarity that's going to be coming up for you. Look out for self-sabotage. Look out for the naysayers, right? People who are not truly seeing your vision. Don't worry about it. Look at the sun. And I'm going to show you this. I don't care about my nails. Look at that. Ba, 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 ba. It might be a lonely road, right? It might just be you and your coach. You might not have a lot of people on your side when you make these decisions now that's coming up in Aquarius season, but it's okay. It's okay. Why? Because people don't even know where they're going. Fuck that. All right, so allow yourself to rest. Taurus, you have the 3 of coins in reverse. Right now, and when it comes to Aquarius season, you're in your own world and your community, everyone that's around you. You're sharing. Right now, this talks about sharing just with your intimate people during Aquarius season. But this also talks about when it comes to your self-worth, allowing yourself to be around people who see your worth. Be around people who nourish you. Be around people who's willing to, you see how they're sharing here? And this also talks about Taurus. If there's a group of people that share money, if you're part of a group of people that share money, that's going to be valuable for you. For those of us who know about susus, Taurus, if you're into susus, this will be a great time for you to enter a susu because it's really going to benefit you when it comes to what you desire and what you want to do when it comes to your money. A lot of times, susu is community money where you don't have to go to a loan shark or you don't have to go to a loan person or anything like that. It's actually a community, a group of people just deciding, hey, we got a pot of $5,000, and every month everybody's gonna put, or every week somebody's gonna put this amount of money towards that $5,000, and every chance that everybody gets, we're gonna all get those $5,000, and that really, and I've been part of that, and that really helps when it comes to building community trust, right? Trusting money, trust in yourself, knowing that you know what you're going to do with that abundance when it comes. So this is what I'm seeing when it comes to Aquarius season and Taurus for you. All right. And with the clouds being purple, I do find it also to be your intuition and your third eye are really going to be activating you. So this talks even about spiritual community, Taurus. If you want to go and check out a spiritual community during Aquarius season, even if you want to go to like a retreat or something, because look at this guy, he has no shirt on. Ooh. A weekend retreat will be nice as well. You're gonna have the mood out to go to a weekend retreat. Why not treat yourself? What to look out for? Fighting with yourself. Look at that. Taurus, what the fuck? What the fuck? We was just here. Fighting with your demons. You know, this also talks about looking out for that self-sabotage for you. That's you, that exterior part of you that is blocking for you to actually release those things that no longer serve you. Why are you fighting? During Aquarius season, you're going to see a lot of that. For those of you who go into like that spiritual retreat or retreat, this is what's going to help you release this. So community is really, for Taurus, community is really going to help you understand your subconscious mind, understand what is blocking you, even by having conversations with friends and family that do care about you and are supportive, is going to really assist you. So for this season, Taurus, you're even going to be in a space of, again, wanting to hide out. But show up a little bit because this talks about your strength. How are you showing up in community even when you having some mental scatters? And Aquarius, reminding everyone that is an air sign, so we will be here a lot as well. Write things down, Taurus. Write things the fuck down and ground it. Ground it because your thoughts might shift you in a different way. Hello. Blessings, my sister. Oh, blessings. You girl, you're gonna have to go back. All right. Gemini, you have the 6 of coins. Look at this. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. What's going on for Aquarius season? Self-worth is up. Opportunities is up. Now, there's people that's going to be around you where you're going to be recognizing that they're pouring into you, and you're also going to be recognizing who's taking from you during this Aquarius season. Really be in a space of knowing what your self-worth is, because that's really what's going to take you to the next level. This also talks about generosity. How are you giving back? How are you giving back, Gemini? Because that also could mean some of you guys during Aquarius season are up here and not assisting other people. And that can also mean that you might lose some of what we call that luck that you have, right? Because where's the reciprocation, Gemini? Are you giving and receiving? So this also talks about that. No, that's not for everybody, but it would be nice to be generous during this season. And what dedicating your time, right? Even if you have that extra dollar, give it away. Buy somebody a coffee. Leave $1 for someone behind you to get a coffee. You know, there's ways that you can do things. I'll find ways to be generous without letting people know that I'm doing it. That way it can, put us in a space of that self gratification without having to let other people know that we did something, if that makes any sense. For example, put $2 on the counter and tell the cashier, the next person that gets a coffee, give it to them for free. Will the cashier do it? You don't know. Don't stand there and look either. And then look at the person and be like, how's your coffee? I got it for you. Don't do that. Just go. Don't be a creep. So that's what that talks about, Gemini. If you feel like you don't want to give people money because you've been shitted on or whatever the case might be, do things like that. All right. But this also talks about you stepping in to the light, right? Where Taurus and Aries had their cars facing down, which talks about their internal work. You, Gemini, it's time for you to step out. All right. Don't be a creep. Step out is meant for you. For those of you, first of all, Geminis, you guys are great communicators. If you didn't think about that, you rule the 3rd house, right? So if you ever in doubt that, I don't know if I could do a podcast, I don't know if I could show up on social media, you have the innate power to do that. You can write blogs, you can write books. It's part of your nature, it's part of your trait. Well, I don't want to do that. Fine, whatever, but you love to talk. Don't tell me that shit, because I'm a Gemini moon. We've been here for an hour. I love to talk. So this talks about you showing up. You showing up also to your community during Aquarius season. What's blocking you? What to look out for? Control. Do I need to clarify that? What's blocking you is you wanting to be in control. There's times where things have to flow. Letting spirit in, letting miracles in. You may not know everything that's going to be coming up for you during Aquarius season, and that is your sister sign. So you also will be in this mindset. And as Mercury is in Capricorn during this season, you're also going to be in a space of figuring things out. So that does talk about still wanting to be in control of how your day-to-day is going, but at the same time, giving yourself a sense of, okay, I think I could do this. And that's going to really halt you. So are you ready to open and receive assistance from people? Are you ready to give back? Are you ready to show up? And how can you redefine control? What does that mean for you? And for others of you, you might feel like your surroundings is controlling you and you can't be free during this time. You might feel like people are watching you. Like, this man looks like he's just watching everything. So this could be even at work. For some of you during Aquarius season, if you out there, you're a Gemini, you out there playing around on your motherfucking computer, your boss might be watching you. This just came up. Your boss might be watching you. So during Aquarius season, just, minimize the play at work. Minimize it, please. What else for Aquarius season for you? Having strength to know that you can defeat your thoughts, right? That you see that barrier right there is like, I'm not letting my thoughts get in the way. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Plan it. Because Gemini, y'all one of those signs that y'all be just sitting out there all over the fucking place, right? Let's keep it real. Y'all smarter than a motherfucker. Y'all can converse as a motherfucker, but y'all be all over the motherfucking place. So with that being said, write things down. Maybe that's the control, right? Redefine control. What does control mean to you? Write things down and know what you're doing so that things could actually come into fruition and you can enjoy it and see it without moving so fast to the next thing. That talks about relationship too. That talks about during Aquarius season, if anyone is in a relationship, could be in a controlling relationship. Could be in a controlling relationship. right? So then you like, fuck that. I might just come and see the other candidate. Because you ain't giving me this, so I might be going to this. But there's a lot of options for you. Gemini, y'all got a lot going on that during Aquarius season. Y'all do. But please date. Please date. That talks about dating. Go on a date. You're going to have candidates. Cancer, you got the Prince of Wands. Cancer just tired. First and foremost, you see in the background, Cancer is coming with fucking force. If y'all ever did something to a Cancer, just watch the fuck out for Aquarius season. Because Cancer look like they coming in to defeat. I done been through it all. Through the fire. And I'm coming in. But of course, they're going to do it in a passive way because you guys can see that it's still... It's going to be in a controlling way that Cancer is going to be coming in for Aquarius season. Is in the upright position. It's the beginning. So they're in their inspirational stage. They feel like, I know where I'm going now. I have an idea of what I want to do. Even if it's one area of your life, Cancer, that you felt like you now have down pat, run with that shit. Run with it. Because Cancers, y'all be loving everything. And I'm going to say it, sometimes y'all don't be doing nothing. So this season, y'all going to be doing something. The Phoenix is rising. You like, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Not everybody, though. So with that being said, you see the flowers? The beginnings of your foundation is starting to spark up for you during Aquarius season. All right. So again, with the wand, you in a space of protection as well. So during this season, really protect your inspiration. Really protect. So keep it to yourself. Like I said, not to everybody. Keep your inspiration to yourself. This is the season, I'm going to say, to write things down for everybody, because at the end of the day, as I mentioned, Uranus is going to be throwing in the motherfucking ideas, and and it's an air sign, so you're gonna be thinking about it, and things are gonna be moving fast. So really write things down. This is why, in some way, somehow, your inspiration is being somewhat restricted or constricted for you, Cancer, because you're in the space of starting fresh on that area of your life. What area? You tell me. What's blocking you? Celebration. The 3 of water. 3 of Cups. Celebration, 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 celebration. And so what this talks about is you allowing yourself to once again get into community. Cancer, it's time for you to see where your community is at during this time and begin to share that. So some of my Cancers are going back into their spiritual communities, right? Fire, wands, inspiration, spirit. So might be getting back into your spiritual community, not religious community. You heard what I said, spiritual community. So whatever that means to you. This talks about being able to be emotional in the spiritual community because your Venus is in Cancer. There you go. Allow yourself to really know who's surrounding you and who's going to support you. We still on that theme, and we're going to be on that theme for a while. Who's around me and who's supporting me? Because when we understand who's around us and who's supporting us, we can be our best self. Think about when you were a kid, and for those of us who had trouble being ourselves, how we felt inside, how we wanted to burst out and be the painter, be the artist, I wanted to be an ice skater. All right, I wanted to be an ice skater. My mom would have let me ice skate. I probably would have been somewhere. I don't know. But anyways, I'm not ice skating now, but I do. Y'all see me ice skating around. I love to ice skate. So think about those things. Think about, Cancer, what has been inspiring you. Dive deep into that one area and really enjoy yourself and celebrate with like-minded people for Aquarius season. If that means, Cancer, that you want to go to a cooking class to learn how to make pasta, and that's your like-minded community and you're celebrating, do it. I don't care if it's about food. I don't care. But you're being inspired. Wow. Because I dreamed that my teeth fell out. Hold on. New beginnings. Oh my gosh. Then when you dream about teeth, right? That should be like, oh my god. But yes, when you dream about teeth, it's without getting too deep into dreams, when you dream about teeth, it does talk about death, but it doesn't necessarily mean like a person is dying or anything like that. Like Gabby has said, it could definitely mean that an area in your life is dying out. All right. This is the season to redefine shit. What does love really mean? A lot of words that we're using nowadays, what do they really mean? All right, Leo, this is why I said, Leo, why you not speaking up? You have the Justice card in reverse. This is a major arcana. So this to me talks about a few things during Aquarius season. For those of you who are dealing with court, you might be dealing with it on the low, not telling anyone about it. This does talk about bringing a balance to your vocals, bringing a balance to the way you show up. So you're working on that during Aquarius season. You're working on standing up for yourself. If this, why, who knocked the card on my hand? It said, take it out of here. I'm trying to do things without moving. Deal. All right. If you can see, nothing is really blocking her thoughts, but there's a little bit of doubt coming in. When you see this, her binded to the balance is binded to the truth, right? Standing up for yourself. So for Aquarius season, this does talk about you recognizing your thoughts, you balancing your thoughts, being non-judgmental with yourself, allowing yourself to see things through, right? You can see how this was, you can say this was foggy, and now you can see right through it. There's going to be a moment in time where during this Aquarius season, you're going to have a lot of aha moments for you, Leo, and you're really going to be in a space of knowing how to move forward. This really does talk about standing strong. Like, how are you during this season going to um, build up your self-worth, build up your confidence when it comes to the way you become vocal? Reminding yourself that Aquarius season is about our mental. So when we get our mental in alignment, we then can get our vocals in alignment. That's how some of us feel. Others of us just come out and just talk, right? All right. So, and what's going to be blocking you? Participations. Wow. In reverse. Not wanting to participate. Aquarius season participations. Really joining forces. Not being able to allow yourself to, in a way, learn from other people. I do feel like during this Aquarius season, Leo, you in a space of saying to yourself, I gotta do this by myself. I can't do this with nobody. It's like in a more of like a shameful act. And as you can see, it's like she's standing dolo. Meanwhile, back at the farm, not participating in spaces where you are going to be elevated and pushed, right? Because she looks like she's being elevated, right? But of course, it's elevated from within. And so in reverse, you could be even be someone who's showing up to spaces, but not necessarily engaging what you're going through. So you could even be showing up for people during Aquarius season without showing up for yourself. So this participation is what's blocking you. Is like, why not allow yourself? Why are you helping people, Leo, and you not allowing other people to help? Participation also talks about receiving. But and with the red and semi-orange, this does talk about your root chakra. This talks about you rebuilding your foundation when it comes to your thoughts and when it comes to being creative. And this may be the reason why you may not feel creative enough, or you may not feel like you're stable enough to even speak about this or to even share about these things. But in all the reality, you are. Working on receiving. All right. So this is what Aquarius season is bringing in for you. So know that during January 20th to February 18th, you're working through this. You're working through this. And it's okay if you don't want to participate. But also know how are other people gonna assist you? Most times where we are in need of assistance is for the other person to come in and bring their expertise. A lot of times people, I'll be doing it on my own. Yeah, where has it gotten you? Because I know I used to say that shit. Where has it gotten me? Stuck for me. Where has it gotten you? All right. Virgo. Virgo out here like motherfucking Moses splitting the motherfucking waters. The 7 of Cups. The star in the back, your ancestors is like, yeah, let's get it. You got these seaweeds on the side. Shit is flourishing for you. Tribal energy. First and foremost, Virgo, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing, but you definitely be tapping into your ancestor because this tribal energy is like, we here. And then you have options, Virgo. Options during Aquarius season. Options for those of you who've been looking for a home. You have that option. For those of you who been relationship, there's an option there. There is a lot of option, but guess where it's coming from? You see that? The light is coming from here out. So what you desire is the options and opportunities that you're going to be seeing out in front of you. Your emotions are definitely not in the way. Is your emotions high on your purpose and your desires? Hell yeah. But is it in your way to block you at this current time for what you want to see coming to fruition? No. So for those of you who've been doing the work, congratulations. Now what's going to be blocking you? Virgo cusp. Interesting. You jumping on my girl Lourdes is on it. This is how you utilize the energy. It can drive you crazy, but nonetheless, it puts you in a space of getting to know where these energies is coming up for you. All right. So Virgo, what to look out for? Conditioning. Conditioning is staying the same. As you can see, a bunch of sheeps. Allow yourself, and then it came out in reverse, so it does talk about you releasing. So what's blocking you is conditioning. Release what's putting you in a space of, is it focused now? Yeah. Release what's been putting you in a space of not being authentic, what wants you to be the same, right? This talks about the rat race. This talks about the 9 to 5. Release some of that. I'm not saying quit. What I'm saying, release some of that energy, right? What we say yes to is what we believe in, what we wholeheartedly go forward for, right? So with that being said, if you say yes to being a 9 to 5er, then you're a 9 to 5er and you're going to feel all the 9 to 5ers energy. But if you say to yourself, this is a job or career that's assisting me to get to my next level of a career or my business, then you're no longer looking at it as a 9 to 5er. So this is what this talks about: deconditioning yourself so that you can be able to reach these options for Aquarius season. Go ahead, Virgo. Libra, you got the 9 of Cups in reverse, and the 9 of Cups in reverse is you really honing down on your energy, sticking for Aquarius season, sticking with your energy to yourself, right? Pouring all the cups on you, right? Self-care. Hard self-care. It sounds like spa days to me. It sounds like more shopping. It sounds like psychedelics, right? It sounds like I'm tapping out for Aquarius season, and that is going to be quite okay. The 9 of Cups is about taking care of yourself. Take care of yourself. What's blocking you? The source. Ooh. Oh, that's why. Look at this. What this talks about you deeply being, for those of you who are into, all right, I'm gonna sound weird. Okay. Who are into regenerating your cells, your DNAs, listening to the frequency, using fork tunes to replenish and repair and rebuild your cells and brain cells and all that good stuff. Yes. For those Libras that know what I'm talking about, this is what's going to be blocking you from showing up, right? Because you're in the space of resetting yourself deep internally, like internal reset. So that does even talk about, for those of you who are in the space of jumping into decluttering your mind, your body, and your soul, redirecting what your health looks like during Aquarius season. This talks about your root. This talks about what does your foundation looks like now, after you've been what you've been through. What does it look like now, starting January 20th to February 18th during Aquarius season? What you set up during Aquarius season for you, since you're going to be honing the energy down for yourself, is what's going to set the rest of the year for you. For you too, Leo. Scorpio, the Eight of Swords. Scorpio, what's up? For Aquarius season, I do feel, right, that there are, if you can see, there are some that are not, that have knots, and there's others that don't have knots. So there's a lot of these thoughts that you can release during during Aquarius season. However, there's not a lot that's keep holding you down. Once this is released, you can think about this being released and channeled up to the universe, God source universe. I would say for Aquarius season though, receive as much support as possible. And when you see this, to me, is like release. This means goes deep down into your thoughts. Aquarius is about our thoughts, air sign, right? So go deep into your thoughts and really declutter. This also talks about releasing those knives, releasing those thoughts, right? As you release, what she's gonna do, she looks like she's gonna end up flying, right? So this really does talk about bringing in those tools that bring happiness into your life, so that you can be able to manage the darkness that's coming in. All right. So is it a purging season for you? I would say. But then think about it, right? Pluto is going into Aquarius. Why wouldn't it be a purging season for you? Pluto rules Scorpio. And that's like a major shift. So all for those of you who are Scorpios, you still was like filling and shifting the energy when Pluto was in Capricorn, because it works like that. So what are you going to be doing? What's blocking you? I don't need. What is blocking you? Oh, yourself. Look at that bird in the cage. Having the ability to have community, having the ability to have to see people come and take you out that cage, but you don't want to. What's blocking you is you getting clear understanding on how this is holding you back. And then also what's blocking you is, you see the darkness, not wanting to speak up about the dark stuff, because that's the throat chakra there. However, if you allow yourself to talk about it, release it, write about it, whatever it is, burn it and allow it to dissolve. Look how everything dissolves and things become more lighter and brighter for you. But nothing is blocking you. Ooh, our minds could be so deep. All right. I'm almost there, y'all. Whoo-wee. Sagittarius. Sagittarius don't give a fuck about life right now. Sagittarius got the dragonfly there. Dragonfly only lasts about like 57 days. So I will say, why? How do I know that? My sister told me. I found out last year. A dragonfly don't last long. They only got 57 days to live. So when you see a dragonfly, it's a big meaning. So score Sagittarius, you have the King of Swords. You on your high horse shit. You on your fuck you, I ain't with it. You standing strong in whatever it is that you believe in. You are building a fort around how you're moving, especially when it comes to your thoughts. Like when I seen this, do I look at it as flowers expanding? No, I looked at it as motherfucking the ninja shit that you be going with like that. That's what I look like. I feel like this is a cutting season for you. This is a season where not only are you cutting your surroundings, but you're also cutting parts of you away. This is going to be parts of you, Sagittarius. I feel like this is a strong energy for Sagittarius. Come on now. Ain't nothing gonna be blocking you. Ain't nobody gonna be they said tu diendote in Spanish. Nobody's gonna be filling your mind up with things that is unnecessary. It's like nobody like yapping your mouth right now and talk anything during Aquarius season. Sit on that throne. Sit on it. This also does talk about being responsible. Because there's something quick that's going to be happening for you, right? There goes that dragonfly. Something quick that's going to be happening for you, Sagittarius. But you have to act quick as well. So this talks about being clear on the decisions that you want to make. Some of y'all might even receive unexpected money during the season, but then it unexpectedly disappears. Why? Because there was no actual strategy towards that. Get your finances in order, Sagittarius. Because fire signs, I don't know what is it, but when it comes to abundance, we be like, make it rain, make it rain. Where's the stabilization? All right. So let's see what's blocking you. But for the most part, I would say that internally, this came up again with those little dots is internally you're activating yourself. So Sagittarius, there's a part of you that's activating during Aquarius season. So be open for that, right? Rest if you need to. Talk less. Right? Talk less a little bit, Sag, because you might just be coming. You see that sword? You ain't gonna be playing around. Somebody said nothing. What? Hello. All right, what's blocking you? Dreams. Dreams are real. All right, so for those of you who have this hopeless romantic love, let's kill that. Let's talk about, let's call it, let's not even take hope out of it. I was going to say hopeful romantic, but let's take hope out of it in general. Any thoughts or dreams of being with someone that is not conducive to, look at who. Y'all be sending me some energy. Y'all be like, shut the fuck up. Something drop. That or the spirits be acting up. Whatever. Focus, my ladies. All right. So you got dream. For the most part, you're in a space of still thinking about that time, that moment. And that's what's blocking you, right? Knowing that this is the reality and this is the dream. For the most part, whatever relationship has not taken flight, let it go. Let it go. Something else is going to be coming in for you. But it all talks about standing in reality. This talks about standing in reality, standing your ground. Whereas It's a relationship. For some of y'all, Sagittarius is a relationship that was not conducive to your energy at all. I don't know why I'm getting like this. Let me calm down. And you still thinking about it. You living what if? It's like, what if what? He or she, it that did you dirty. Let it go. This is why you like this. Because this was fucked you up. But that's what's blocking you. You know, that's what to look out for. Allow yourself to be in reality, knowing that you've been through that energy already. Do you want to go through that energy again? You like that lesson? Because the universe is only going to give you somebody else with that same lesson. Don't worry about it. You don't even have to worry about that person. Another person is going to come with that energy to give you that dream. All right? Hey. Libra, you're going through a change, Aquarius season. So for the most part, for those of you also who's been having these dreams of wanting to be an entrepreneur, grounded. Sagittarius is mainly for you to ground things. Whatever you've been dreaming about, that's what's going to be blocking you. Grounded, all right? Because you got the power. I got the power. Because like I said, you ain't fucking with nobody. All right. Them birds, they fighting out there. Sagittarius, and then we're going into Capricorn. Capricorn, you got the Kings of Wands. That's right. That's fucking right. All right. After Pluto exiting, get the fuck out of here, Pluto. The King of fucking Wands. Why? Act like you the shit, like you ain't been through something. Act like you ain't elevate. All right. This talks about, you see how the fire is coming from the mouth, and yeah, some of Capricorns are gonna be acting all that. So let them. All right, they got a lot of wisdom to share. They got 15 fucking years of wisdom to fucking share, right? Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Also, my cardinal signs. Don't say, I know cardinals. Relax. All right, but for the most part, this talks about for Aquarius season. Let's get back to Aquarius season, right? Aquarius season, Capricorns in reverse. You're rebuilding yourself to how you're going to be showing up. But for the most part, you're like, fuck that. I'm going to keep all this energy to myself for Aquarius season. I'm going to figure things out. But you are going to be more or less standing your ground. Look how the staff is grounded. All right. You might even get some new shoes for your new walk to your new life. Don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. It's Aquarius season. All right. A lot of Capricorns, you guys are going to be receiving information during the nighttime. A lot of your energy is going to be coming in the nighttime. So allow yourself to rest as much as possible. A lot of energy is leaving while you still have energies that's playing around with you. Remember what I shared earlier in the video, where in Capricorn season, Aquarius season, there's going to be a lot of energy in Capricorn. Mercury, Mars, Venus. All right? So calm down, but everything is building up for you. And then with Wands, we know that it's spirit, right? So spiritually, you've built an enormous foundation for yourself, Capricorn. And if you haven't, I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. What you was doing for the last 15 years, because we got beat up. All right. So your spiritual foundation, it's on its way, right? And you're figuring things out for yourself. And as you do that, that's what's going to help you move forward during Aquarius season, where you then are going to be able to show up. But for right now, when it comes to Capricorns, everything's internal for Aquarius season. What's blocking you? That you see that ripen, you don't feel like you're ready right now to show up, but you are. Even if that does mean, I love it, Gracia. Thank you. Even if that does mean that you start speaking up to your friends and your family, allow them to know what has been happening for you What have you been transpiring, Capricorn? Because you deserve to share. Allow yourself to share. Are some things that you're going to be sharing embarrassing or you might feel shameful for? That shit already passed. So what? Help somebody else out. But what's going to be right, what's going to be blocking you is you thinking that you're not ready to show up, thinking you're not ready to be the king or the queen of your world, standing in your throne. All right, that's Capricorn, and then we have Aquarius. Come on now, Aquarius. Aquarius, you got the Queen of Cups. Aquarius is like, yo, I'm ready. I mean, if there's anybody that's ready for this war, anybody that's ready for Pluto to go in their sign, it gotta be Aquarius. Aquarius is like, I'm ready, let's get it. Like, I don't think Capricorn was ready for Pluto to be in. I don't even think Capricorns knew that Pluto was gonna go in there. Aquarius is like, I'm ready. So in the meantime, while you're saying that you're ready, remind yourself that you wanna bring in that emotional side of you, Aquarius, when it comes to this season, right? That's what the Queen of Cups is there. Being able to stabilize your emotions, being able to allow yourself to know that, yes, shit is about to go down and that you're ready to toast. But where's your emotions? The red is grounding and the blue is speaking about your emotions. So this could be the time where you share with us, Aquarius, how you are emotional, how you do have feelings, you know. Some of us out here don't think that you have feelings and that you don't care. I even had a client of mine yesterday who wanted to know about her son, and he's in Aquarius. I said, oh, your son is going to be going through a lot, right? And I know it sounds like he don't care. He doesn't love me. And I'm like, your son loves you, right? But there's not a lot that I can say because Aquarius, y'all don't be fucking showing us that y'all love us. Can you let us know a little bit how you love us? Can you at least verbalize how you're going to be loving us or something? Because that's what that talks about. All right. I be feeling sometimes. I don't know. I'm gonna need you to feel a little more. All right. So this also talks about what does your emotions look like during this season. Pay attention to your emotions because again, when the Sun and Pluto go into Aquarius, it's going to be going crazy for you. And what she's doing, she's grounding, right? She's grounding. So ground yourself. When you ground yourself, you let your emotions come. But when you don't ground yourself, your emotions might take you somewhere else. So for this season, ground, what does that look like? Sit on the fucking ground if you don't want to go outside. Sit on the ground. What does that look like? Listen to something that's going to help you ground, that tells you sit down and ground. Sometimes I need that type of direction. All right. What else do I see here? People be like, you wear glasses? Duh, nigga. What the fuck? All right. Spiritually, for those of you who are on your spiritual rituals, I'm getting the stick is speaking to me. So I don't know for some of you who are on your spiritual stuff. If a stick is for my Aquarius, if a stick is gonna help you feel like you're in power, do that. Right? If you want to walk in the forest and the woods, you like doing that shit anyways. And you grab a stick and you bring it back home, shave it down or whatever the case might be. Let that stick be your warrior stick. That when you feel like Pluto's fucking with you, you can use that stick to feel empowered. That's not for everybody. All right. And then what's blocking you? You not trusting yourself. Un palo de muerto. Yes. Well, yes. For those of you who are unaware of that. Un palo de muerto, para que tú sabes, te mande y te ande. Trust. Aquarius, if you don't begin to trust yourself and where you're going, we all going to get lost. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on you, but this does talk about you trusting yourself first. There's no one around you for you to trust but yourself first, right? A lot of times people be like, oh, I don't trust that person. I normally used to say that until I decided to say, I don't trust myself. And people's like, no, you shouldn't blame yourself. It's not even that. I don't trust myself to pick the right people to be around me. So therefore, of course, I'm not going to trust that person because they did me dirty. So with that being said, how are you building trust within yourself to know that you're picking and getting yourself into spaces that are going to be conducive to you? And as you trust yourself is how you're going to release and be a bit emotional. Like, okay, I could be emotional with my Aries friends. Yes, you can. Right? Because Aries ain't that emotional either, but we understand your emotions. Come on. Cry over here. I have a lot of Aquarius friends that cry on my shoulder. All right. But for the most part, decisions are going to, this is the time when you're really, really, really going to be allowing yourself to dig into that area of your life that you always desired and was scared to. You're going to do a lot of things fearless. But it's gonna be gradually, so just we're in Aquarius season, all right? All right, Pisces. Pisces, the magician. Why are you playing around? Aquarius season is bringing you the ability for you to begin, if you haven't started already, tapping into your magic, tapping into herbalism, tapping into those areas that you enjoy, your artistic side. Those of you, again, if astrology is in your interest, begin to study that. All right. Pisces, this is the time for you to bring in all the elements into your life. Whereas you have the element of water, what does a fire element do for you? Is it inspiring you during this season? What does it look like to speak up? What does it look like to think of things, write it down? What does it look like to ground things? What does it look like to ground things, Pisces? Because at the end of the day, you see this person is dressed in green, grounded, right? So really allowing yourself, even if it is for Aquarius season on a daily basis, to say some type of affirmation or listen to a 10-minute meditation that's going to ground you so that you can feel stable and feel like you're part of Earth, is going to really help you during Aquarius season. But put on that cape, that magician cape, put on that magical hat for yourself, because you're going to be creating. And you see that infinite, whatever you're creating during this season is going to, one, bring you some moolah. Now, that doesn't mean, again, to leave your job. That does mean that you decided to tap into a hobby and, oh, I got $20 here, or I got $20 there, or whatever the case might be. Tap into that. A lot of my Pisces, you guys are well known in the community to be in that spiritual energy, as well as being charitable. So some of you may be deciding to do a nonprofit organization. If you decide to ground that now, you'll be able to see it come into fruition. So as you can see, as above, so below, ground it so that you can see it come into fruition. And how are the planetary energies supporting you during this time? What's blocking you? Change. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? Right? Change? Are you serious? That's what's going to be blocking you should you allow yourself to. All right. Now and I get it. This does mean that shit's gonna be moving rather fast for you, Pisces. Right? It's gonna be moving rather fast. I do feel like when it comes to water, even though Pisces are the fish, I don't feel like y'all swim so quickly. I digress. But change is coming in. And the 10 is like change is coming now during Aquarius season. So what could be blocking you is you being resistant to change. All right. So what does that look like? Does that mean that your surroundings are going to be shifting? Yes. Does that mean that? And then this is, if you can see closely, this is astrological change. You got double time astrology, 2 different decks. So again, for those of you who are into the esoterics, get into that, because that's really going to assist you in being of service. How are you going to be of service during Aquarius season? My gosh. Aquarius season is coming with a bang, y'all. I'm gonna do my best to timestamp some of this stuff, but for the most part, this was a mixture of astrology in the beginning, letting you guys know where what Uranus is about, what the 11th house is about, and what Aquarius is about, which is the 3 areas that's going to hit you in your chart. So if you don't have Aquarius energy, that's okay, because you may have something in your 11th house. And if you don't have nothing in your 11th house, we all have Uranus, which is our genius energy, which is the energy where we're coming in to be rebellious, where we're coming in to shift the traditional aspects, right? I shared that in my 12th house, I have Uranus. I'm here to shift the subconscious mind. I'm here to shift how we look at serving communities and society. So check that out in your chart. I shared a lot. We've been here for almost 2 hours. I love y'all so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Sunday when we're going to talk about Pluto and Aquarius. We're going to the whole session, Pluto and Aquarius, and how it's going to be affecting us, history, and all that other extracurricular activity. All right. Anything that you desire is down below. All right. I love y'all so much. Yes, buy me a coffee. Y'all already know. I mean, what else can we say? For those of you who came in late, go back to your sign. There's a lot of good shit. All right. I love y'all.